Good morning. This is Frank with the Morning Quick Shot, brought to you by Trade Stalkers and NINZA Pro Traders. It's Monday, August 1st at about 7:10 Central Standard Time. So for the next 5 or 6 minutes, I'm going to give you targets to the upside, targets to the downside, possible areas of consolidation, and we'll take a quick look at market profiles so we don't lose track of the big picture. We've got news over last night from China, as you can see. We'll back up just a second. You can see U.S. just kind of basically ignored the second quarter QDP that was announced on Friday. And then last night, China manufacturing has a slowdown, dropping right back down into the 60, 68 support area. And even just a quick touch over here at 67 and why that number is significant, we'll look at here in a second. But remember that 67 number from early Friday just before they closed, and of course, then it took off. Over last night, looks like we had an open of 76.50 and then briefly climbed up to the 77, 75 area, and then there is went to our bottom, straight down to the bottom of 68.50, where we're getting our bounce. Now, this 68 area, 67 area, is strong support from market profile. This bounces off of a fib extension, and we could move on up to the next extension. We'll talk about that in a second. So, what we have here, we're just moving back up into this zone, back into the 24-hour VWAP. If we fail this zone, we'll probably come back and test this 68 area again, probably a double bottom, and then look to trade right back up through this zone and cross over the 24-hour VWAP into our fib resistance at this point. Now, we'll be looking for a little bit of retest back in here to retest the 24-hour VWAP wherever it ends up by the time we get over here this morning, and then should get a great bounce and go right up into this morning's, overnight, the overnight open, I should say, at 76.50. It is a Monday morning. And then once we hit the open, look for a retest of the 75, possibly retesting the fib support at this level here, and then bounce up, and we should go right up into this next target at 77, 79 into this area, into this zone. And then we might consolidate a little bit in this area, but if we're really truly going to move up this morning, look for a bounce again off the open, this time driving through this zone up into about the 80 range, 81, pulling back to the top of the zone, back to the 78 down here to retest the overnight high, and then look for us to drive all the way up to 83, a market profile major number. And after that, looking to move into zones of 86 area. Look for pullbacks to retest to see if this market profile line is going to hold. And if it does, look for the bounce on up with 92s into the next area. Possible next targets up in there all the way actually up to 95 area, right in this area, 20, 94, 95 area. Now, let's bring this back up here and open this up a little bit. If we should come up here and fail this and actually come down to this 67 area, we can still look for the bounce for the retracement and go right back into this long scenario. However, if we hit this 67 area, come back up, fail the 24 VWAP, drive down into this zone. Again, possible area for reversal, so you got to be real cautious at this area this morning. Real cautious down through here because the market wants to push itself higher. So what happens here is if we fail this, look for the retest of 68 and drive back through this range. Probably down to 62 area. After it reaches 62, look for it to pull back up and try to retest the 67. If it fails for it, look for it to head right on down to Friday's overnight low of 57 area. That's 56, kind of a little zone in here. And should it fail that, down to 53. Either one of these lines looks in here, start looking for a major reversal to switch to the upside, where I expect this to be the bottom. Now let's take a look at market profile real quick. We talked about this last week. Let's get this over here. Just a real quick, this is the 4-hour time frame. We actually came up and right in between, almost touched this 141 extension on the fib right here, and now we're doing a pullback. We retested this 67, 68 area right in here. Now, if we can maintain this area and springboard up, we're looking to string right up to the 161 extension at 84 would be a major target. So if you're just looking to go long, you're kind of a swing trader, along this morning at any time was actually pretty good. And just put your stops below the 68, probably about a point behind the 68 area, 67 area, and then let this run up today. We should hit this target today if the bulls truly do have control. Next target up for overnight traders, if you want to leave it on, is the 94 area, 95 area. Possibilities after that, again, we talked about 2209 area. So that's our outlook for the week. Possibly could go higher up to a full extension of 2230, but that's a long way to go. Have an intermediate number of here, about 2209 right in here before we go on up to this area. So just be cautious as we were talked about. So if you have any questions, contact Frank at straighttalkers.com and have a great day.